Hey there, Adrienne Elise here. Just thought I would pop in, talk to you about what's going on in the planets and the stars. Welcome to the Gaia Daily for July 1 through 4, 2019. So today, the moon joins the sun in Cancer. So we are feeling this culmination energy moving up into this total solar eclipse in Cancer. Now, we were feeling this actually a week or two ago as we moved into, or a week ago, 10 days ago, as we moved into that powerful solstice, June solstice. And yet this feeling has just been kind of almost like we're suspended there. It's just kind of stretching out in this strange energy, which is eclipse season. And so now that the moon has joined the sun in Cancer, we're moving right into this energy. And that total solar eclipse happens tomorrow, just after 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, which is when I'm going to be having the soul group session to celebrate this total solar eclipse in Cancer. There is so much on the table for us right now. I hope you'll consider joining. And it's a group intuitive session where we're going to look at shared past lives energies and clearings and healings and whatever can help us moving over this massive threshold that is here in front of us, this total solar eclipse in Cancer. So the other thing we're feeling today is that Mercury and Mars are coming close together again. So during the solstice, Mercury and Mars were together. Now Mercury is slowing down, getting ready for a retrograde that happens on July 7th. And so that means that it stays with Mars before and after it turns retrograde for over a week, about 10 days. We're feeling these planets really close together in the beginning degrees of Leo. Okay, so what happens is that these planets come together. Now Mercury comes very close into a square, and we start feeling that actually today. And tomorrow we'll be really feeling this energy of Mercury very close to a square with Uranus. Now this is interesting because Mercury is just about to turn backwards, and so it'll stay in this almost square with Uranus for also these next 10 days. So we've got Mercury and Mars together in this almost square. Now Mars comes into its actual square with Uranus not until the 12th, but they're very close. So this whole first half of July, and it's like these crazy, it's a weird feeling eclipse season, but this aspect is really what's going on here, because Uranus is just landed for good this spring in Taurus, which is representing these new energies that are trying to be infused into the earth, into our world, new frequency vibrations, an energy of, it's time to move into the future. So how interesting is it that Mercury and Mars come together here at this point of square with Uranus, and Mercury just before it goes into the exact square says, hey, I don't know, maybe I'm going to go back. It takes retrograde at 4 degrees, and Uranus is going from 5 to 6 degrees. And so they just come real close. And then Mercury says, nope, I'm not quite ready. Mercury is going to go back over the end degrees of Cancer. And it's incredibly potent because we've got the North Node in Cancer, and we've got a total solar eclipse in Cancer. So with all this Cancer energy, and every time we've seen a square with Uranus in the last couple of years, it's brought this feeling of being stuck in between the past and the future, kind of suspended there, like, should I jump? Should I go? Should I not? Where's the crossroads? Which way do I take? Like, where am I coming from? Where am I going? And that's exactly what we're feeling right now. And so because the eclipses are when the sun and the moon line up with the nodes of the moon, and we've got that south node in Capricorn right next to Saturn, and so that is exact until the 12th of July. So these are the energies we've got going on. Mercury and Mars are our everyday planets. They want to move. They're both action planets. It's like, okay, on to the next thing. Let's do it. Mars says, let's go. Let's plow through some stuff. Let's make it happen. Mercury says, wait a minute. How do we do it? What's going on? What's the information I need to know? How do I make sense of these changes? And that's where the clues come in here, is that we don't know yet. We don't have enough information. Part of us is so desperate to move into these new energies. And yet it's like we've been, our past and our future potential has been hijacked from us. We don't have the information we need to move forward. And that's exactly how I know so many souls are feeling right now, with deep desire to make their lives meaningful, to live their purpose, and yet no ability to grasp that, or any information or validity to this whole process, and then it makes you question everything. And that's where we're at right now, because we're still feeling those big Neptune transits. We've got almost a square with Uranus, and then turning around energy, Mercury going retrograde, and the North Node and the South Node, future and past karma, just being so highlighted right now. It is just an intense time of being suspended. And so the energy right now, with this, now that the moon is in Cancer with the sun, it's like, okay, we got to flow with it, right? We got to just take one moment at a time. It's not day at a time. It's one moment at a time. And as much as you can let yourself be out of time, like, it's almost like, okay, this is a weird timeless energy, and it's a really great time to go into nature, be around running water, try to let your life flow, get into the flow, because it's like we can't quite land or act, even though Mars and Mercury really want to, until these new energies kind of land. And we're in the middle of that process starting to happen with this eclipse season. This strange energy is going to continue. We talked about Mercury and Mars stay together till the 12th. Saturn and the South Node stay together exact until the 12th. And so we're in that energy. And then on the 16th, there's that partial lunar eclipse. So we're in it. And we're just, it's like that whole energy I've talked about before, like mama cat coming and picking us up. And, we're just kind of dangling there. It's like she's going to drop us off somewhere, but we don't know where yet, and it's like, because our world is trying to change, and so we can't do much when there's these big corner shifting energies going on. And that's exactly what's happening right now. So it's a really great time to allow yourself to come out of time, to come out of work, to come, just let yourself rest and space out and read a good book and do whatever you can do to allow yourself to rest right now. Because when we do hit the ground running in August, we want to be ready, right? We want to be oriented, and that's exactly what's going on. We're trying to orient to this new world that's trying to land, to these new energies, to our role in it, to who we are here. And we don't have enough information. So Mercury's got to take that retrograde, and that goes until the end of the month. And then it will come out of retrograde and go back into Leo in August, in mid-August. And that's when this energy is going to start resolving and making more sense, and we can get back to it. But just around these next couple of days, the universe is saying, go ahead and rest, let it flow, let go of all of what you're trying to figure out or accomplish right now. It's not a time, it's a big turning, and we got to just kind of be present for this big corner turn. Like we're turning the corner, and it's kind of like there might be some centripetal force that, and especially with the Cancer energy, it's bringing emotions and energy to the surface. So it is a really good time to be present with just what's happening. But, when you're going through a big shift like that, things can get jostled. It's just kind of like hold tight, strap everything in, see what happens after the eclipse. Okay. And we're here together, and I hope you can join me for that total solar eclipse eclipse soul group session that is happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And that is noon on Pacific Coast, and that is 3 o'clock on the East Coast. So it's $20, and the information to sign up for that is below. And I look forward to seeing you then at the exact time of this powerful Cancer eclipse, where we are being born into a new world, into a new reality, into a new identity together on this planet in this great adventure. And so thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for being here on the planet, breathing and going through everything that you've gone through to get to this point. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.